Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys lined up tonight. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the water because I am really excited to do this one. Whoops, I just hit the wrong button. There we go. I'm still new. Don't mind me. Hey Zoe, welcome. Okay, so tonight's blend is a special blend of mine. I've created this, and Teresa, welcome. Snea, welcome. I see you guys pop right in. So this is a special blend of mine, continuing on with the Chai month theme. Tonight's blend is Die by Bernice Chai. Now, unfortunately, she's not going to be able to join us tonight. I was hoping to get her in and talk a little bit about the process and the backstory, because there is a backstory behind this. It's pretty easy. It's pretty funny. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But this is one of my favorite creations. I'm not exaggerating at all. The blends, the tastes, it's incredible. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up real quick because hey Ma, welcome. I'm just like really excited. It's been a while since I've had this, and yeah, it's that good. Oh, I have missed this smell so much. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to should I talk about the backstory or I'll talk about the flavors first. Okay. Yeah, I have made up my own mind in the middle of all this. Okay, so this has a few different blends in it. It's got rooibos tea, it's got white tea, black tea, ginger, cinnamon, lemongrass, coconut, cardamom, apple pieces, marigold flowers, vanilla flavor, blueberries, natural lemon flavor, hibiscus. Yeah, the list keeps going. Hibiscus. What did I get from the smell? Let me finish telling you what's in this, and then I'll talk about the smell. Strawberry flavor, strawberries, natural coconut flavor, rose petals, and blue cornflowers. Yeah, this was a complicated blend. You should talk about pumpkin spice loaf with hot custard, or ginger cake or with hot custard. There's no pumpkin in this. Like, I don't understand that would have been perfect for last week. Last week was Die by Pumpkin Pie Chai. But you're slightly late. It's okay, better late than never. But yeah, so this is an incredible, like, it smells like vanilla candy. Like, it's hard to describe because there's so much in it. Like, Zach, welcome. There's so many different flavors and different ingredients in this one. This is one of my more complicated blends, but also one of the most rewarding because this smell is incredible. Well, let me dig my nose in this. Bad choice of words. Let me stick my nose into this and get a little bit more of a sense. Oh yeah, this is incredible. So I'm getting, first off, a very, very creamy strawberry presence. It's like strawberry candy, but you get that vanilla flavoring, and the lemon behind it is strong but subtle. You kind of get like a cake kind of scent to it. It's very soft. It's very pleasing to the senses. Oh my god! Like, I would definitely Oh, my water's done, but it's so hard to describe because there's so much going on at once. it's got like a very almost like it's like a cake. Um, the presence of a strawberry shortcake, I would say. Greg, welcome. Hold on, there is a slight issue out uh with the water. There we go. So it just finished. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out, and like this is great because I have so much to say about this tea, and I haven't even like pulled it out there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like there's so much going on. I would say yes. This is something that would be great for a kid's birthday party. Along not just for cake, but just in flavors in general. Granted, it is caffeinated, not really strongly caffeinated, but it is caffeinated. So I don't know how people would react to that. But let's go ahead and start. Oh man. Oh, the scent alone is addictive. Like I could just stick my head in this all day and then be like, later for you guys, I'm busy. Like that's what I feel right now. But I'm going to show a little bit about what this blend looks like. Toma, welcome. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show you the flavors. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a very complicated blend, and you can see there's so much going on. You see the red chips of the rooibos. There's pieces of ginger down there. There's these big green flakes are the white tea. You can see that they've barely been oxidized at all. You have lemongrass up there. It's been a while, Toma. You've been slacking. They got some of the ginger pieces right here. You got blue corn flour. Ooh, I'm choking. It's a choke flour there. At the top, right over here, you see those darker pieces. That's the excuse me. It went the wrong way. But that's more of the blueberries, the blueberry presence that I was talking about before. Yeah, this is a whole lot of stuff in there. What are the base teas? There are 3 base teas. Hold on, before I talk about that, let me put this away. Because there's like so much going on, but there's actually 3 base teas in here. Which when I mixed it, I realized that the proportions had to be just right. Otherwise, because you have 3 very very strong flavors, and they're gonna be battling it out. So we have the Thai chai, which is the black tea with the coconut, the ginger, the vanilla flavor. It's all the sweet stuff that's in there. I have Thai chai in there. I have lemon rooibos cloud, which is the rooibos is the base, the lemon in it, the marigolds, all the bright colors are on there. Tracy, welcome. So all the bright colors, they're very vibrant. The very the base scent, a lot of it is coming from there. That's you get the huge lemon flavor. That's a big portion of it. And then you have a white tea as the base for the strawberry. So you have the strawberry and the rose petals and the apple pieces come into play there with the blue corn flour. So technically, the 3 bases are black, rooibos, and white. And that makes brewing a little bit tricky, but I'll talk about that in just a moment. Let me go ahead and pour some of the water in before I get so wrapped up in talking about the tea that I don't actually make it, which in this case is going to be very easy to do. Oh my god, this smells incredible. There is a huge difference. Um, where's my... Hold on. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes, it worked. Yeah, exactly. So...
Do you want to call it?
Oh, no thanks, Alexa. Just time it. Yeah, there we go.
I'll call it on your face, Alexa.
Okay, that was awesome. I don't know if you guys heard it. But yeah, I told Alexa to time it. She asked me if I wanted to name it. And I said something and she took that as a yes. So I said, I just want you to time. He said, don't worry about it, Alexa. I just want you to time it. She says, okay, I'll name it. Don't worry, Alexa. I'm just going to time it. Yeah, that's some Abbott and Costello comedy there. But okay, so back to brewing instructions. This is going to be a little bit tricky because you're working with black and white teas, which are exact opposite sides of the spectrum. So when you're working with a black tea and rooibos, those two teas are very strong. They can take 212 degrees, and for 5 minutes, no problem. When you're dealing with a white, the white teas they're not going to survive. They're very they're not oxidized like at all, or very, very minimally. So they're not going to be able to. They're going to burn easy. So what I'm doing right now, I usually steep it as a black tea for 5 minutes and at 212 degrees. However, I'm going to purposefully understeep it tonight just to get out some of the sweeter flavors. Being as complicated a blend as this is, it's good to experiment just to see what you can do with it. So in this case, it's a very versatile tea, especially with all the ingredients that you get into it. This particular white tea is also overpowered by the strawberry and the apple pieces in it. So I'm less worried about oversteeping than I normally would be because of the white tea leaves. You still get a very strong alternate flavor of everything else that's in it. And especially when you have the strawberry, the lemongrass, the lemon verbena, the did I mention that it had cardamom, cinnamon, and lemon verbena? I think I just read out the top portion of it. I didn't do the bottom. But yeah, so it's got all this stuff in it, and because of that, it's going to essentially cover a multitude of sins. Alexa, stop. So I'm not too... Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. So I'm not too worried about the oversteeping it. But I want to be a little bit cautious this time. This isn't just for me today. It's for you guys. So I want to give it a good... I want to give it a good flavor that would be more true and include the steeping instructions that you would for a white tea, but altered a little bit. So basically, what I did was I gave it a black tea temperature with a white tea time, and hopefully that will bring out more of the sweetness and the light flavors of the white tea without pulling the strength of the black tea down, so to speak. So, all in all, my recommendation is play with the time and the flavors. Play with the time and the temperature, and do what you want with this. It's a pretty hard tea to mess up. It can be messed up if you oversteep it, but you'd have to work hard, essentially. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this out. And I just realized I forgot my tea rag, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll just grab this real quick. If it wouldn't be one of my streams unless I wasn't slightly unprepared. Whew. But I'm smelling the blend on this, and it is incredible. It's coming out through the spout, and it's steaming. And right now, it's like enveloping all of this area around. And it's super creamy, it's sweet and citrusy. And like this would, what temperature did I use? I assume you're talking about the temperature of the water. I steeped it at 212 degrees. That was straight up flat, the flat lining for black tea, but I took it out sooner, so we should have it all properly steeped. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out real quick. Oh God, look at that color. This color is beautiful. I don't know if it's coming out so well because I'm wearing a black shirt, but it's got a very, very bronze, I'll show you in just a moment, very, very bronze tone. It's got a lot of red. Here, I'll show you real quick what it looks like. See now what I'm talking about? You guys have seen black teas before. They're super dark, super brown. This one takes a really, really nice bronze color. Like, check it out. That actually looks, you can see the effect of the strawberry and the rose petals in it. So that affects the color, it affects the flavor, and you see how it's steaming. All of that is scented right now, kind of like a candy cake, like a citrusy blend. It's just incredible. I'm absolutely loving it right now. Oh, okay. I needed. I had to get another whiff. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit more just to top it off. There we go. Colleen, welcome. It's been a while. Why is there a thin, transparent line on top? That's a good question. The tea itself has a residue. A lot of the time, you'll get Amanda, welcome. A lot of the time when you pour out a tea, you get the residue from the leaves. Especially with a white tea, you'll see that I showed you guys before. They have like the little fur on it. What do you mean? It looks like flowers, like the color or the shape of the film. Like, what is it exactly that looks like flowers? Because that's an interesting take on the side of it. I'll keep talking until you answer that. So go ahead, take your time. But yeah, you get the residue, especially with the white whiskers on a white tea. This is not very. Oh, you mean the shape of the film? Yeah, that's. I mean, when you have that and you just finish pouring it, you will get that spread to the film. That's just natural for the water to flow that way. But yeah, so it all floats up to the top and expands out, and it adds to the texture. Not so much the flavor, although that is a nice chunk of it. That's more of a texture thing, which I'll talk more about when I taste it, because this one also has an interesting texture as well, if I recall correctly. Would I drink this tea in the morning or night? Honestly, if you're not, because this is caffeinated, if you're not sensitive to caffeine, you can do it all day. honestly, when I drank it, it was during the workday, so it's really nice for a pick me up. The film looks like an outline lining from the flowers on top. Absolutely, I agree completely. It's got that nice, beautiful look, kind of like a latte art without the art. This is just all natural. Oh my god, it's smelling incredible. So, was this what kind of black tea is it? I don't know specifically. Usually they use Ceylon. Adagio uses Ceylon as a black tea base just to cover it. Um, I'm gonna say that's what they used. And also when you taste Thai chai, it's a very light black flavor, so it's definitely not a strong Assam. Um, but yeah, whenever I talk to the guys at Adagio, they're like, yeah, we use Ceylon as a base black tea for pretty much anything. And I mean, that's typical. That's basically the most famous, widely used black tea out there. But without further ado, I am going to take a sip. But before I do, I want to say a little something that happened this week. A couple days ago, we had a death in the family, and my nephew had passed away. I'm not going to go into any of the details, but it's a very it's a very tragic. So, I mean, he was so young. He was 18, and so this I'm going to dedicate not just to Bernice, even though this is her tea, but I'm going to raise a glass to Isaac. Rest in peace, brother. Mm. Sweet, tangy, delicious. Ah. Whew. Yeah, that was hard to do. So here, all right. So right off the bat, I'm getting and strawberry and lemon, which two citrus flavors. They're very combative for the attention of your tongue, but that's like the candy base. So you're getting a vibrant sour with a sweet tart powerhouse behind it, and you're getting like a nice blend of the two, like the candy. But when you add the Thai chai, you get the vanilla and creaminess. That's the cake behind it. So this is a very, very sweet tea. It's very, I want to say it's kind of poetic. Because you have the sweetness, creaminess, tartness, sour. There's a symphony going on there. So many different flavors, so many different blends, and as it all comes together, you get a nice aromatic experience. Yeah, like it's got like a very, very dessert base to it. This is, oh my god, this is incredible. I have missed this tea like for it's been about 5-6 months since I had it. Oh, and I have missed it. So I'm just realizing that I hadn't told the story behind how this came about. So my coworker Bernice, who no longer works with us, but it absolutely is. Like as I mentioned it before you got here, that this is one of my all-time favorite creations. Like I am super duper proud of this one. This one, oh my god, it's like I could not stop drinking it. So my coworker was named, well, her name is still Bernice Kai, Cai, and I like I've been sitting on this idea for a tea for her for like weeks and weeks, and I was like, one day it was a slow day at work. I was like, you know what? Finally, I pulled her to the side. I said, "Hey, Bernice," she was expecting a dad joke because I had that look in my eye. I was like, "Hey, Bernice," she goes, "What?" I said, "I'm gonna make you into a tea." She's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm going to make you into a chai tea because of your name." And she goes, she gives me this groan like, "Oh, brother." But here we go. So I'm like, "I'm gonna make you into a tea, and I want you to help me design it." She's like, "Okay, okay." So during our lunch break, we sat together at my computer. I'm like, "What kind of tea do you want?" She was, "I don't know. I like fruity. I like, sweet and creamy and stuff." I'm like, "Okay, start off with the base. You want fruity? Um, we got berries. We got apples. We got lemons. We got oranges. Like, what kind of fruit do you want?" She goes, I think I can go for strawberry." "Okay, strawberry, good. What kind of base do you want to, like, where do you want to go with it?" So she's like, "I could go strawberries and cream. Creamy, Thai chai." Right there. So that was my second component. And I was like, all right, I have to sit here and think what would bring this together. So you have cream, you have strawberry. You need something to bridge the gap in between to give it that extra pop. So what would go well between the two? Um, oh, excuse me. So we sat there and we were thinking about the different combinations, and we ultimately chose lemon to go in the middle because you have oh, excuse me, you have a lemon cake to go with it, and you would have a like a strawberry lemonade was what we were going for. So you put strawberry lemonade and and lemon cake together, you get this kind of um, smooth, sweet blend. It's out of this world. Like, I am truly proud of this one. Oh my god. And it tastes like a juice. Like, it does not go down like a regular tea. This is it's a very juicy, very citrusy flavor, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Oh, it's so aromatic. Like, I mean, I swear I'm not overplaying it. Um, what's the finish like? Uh, Good question. I'm gonna have to take another sip to find out. So the finish, oh, excuse me. The finish is, excuse me, it went down the wrong pipe. The finish is actually surprisingly more lemon than anything. You get a nice uh, forward flavor of the strawberry and the cream. That takes up a lot of it. But as it goes down, you taste the cream with the lemon more, and you get like a nice. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like this is a very complicated flavor, but it's also a very rewarding because there's a lot to take in and a lot to think about, and you're getting like a complex mixture across your tongue. And like I was talking about before with the texture of the tea, you can actually taste the you can actually taste the way that it goes across your tongue. It leaves a soft coat. Um, Now there have been teas with stronger textures, but you also have like how do I say this? Kind of like you know how when you drink a punch and you have all those fruits together culminating into one juice and it leaves behind like an aftertaste? I'm getting a nice slow burn out of this one too. It stays with you. I still taste the last one, um, but it fades. So I would have to say this is a medium to slow burn, which would be great with any tea of this caliber. You want to hold on to the flavor as much as possible. Oh, you're talking about making weak coffee first thing in the morning. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need a little taste in your mouth and a little kick in the pants to wake up. Um, I'm not a coffee drinker either, but I think that this would be good as a nice way to wake up. Because I mean, it's got like if you like a nice sweet juice, first thing in the morning, if you're drinking breakfast, this would go incredible with breakfast. Um, I mean, this would go incredible with any kind of meal, but this one is like it's a nice soft way to wake up. Oh my God, this is so good. It's been a while. It seems like a dessert tea, maybe something after lunch or dinner, light dessert. You're making me read. It says Seymour. Okay, there we go. Maybe with angel food cake, a light dessert like that. I could see it as a brunch tea, maybe even chilled with a little spirit for a kick. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's part of the charm of this tea. It's very versatile. Like you can eat um, you can eat heavy, and this will bring down the flavor of your meal. You can eat light flavors, and this would enhance the flavor that you're already having. Definitely great with a dessert because you have the continuing sweetness behind it. Um, but also, like, if you want to have it iced, and I've done this before, this was incredible iced. It's like a juice. You get a sweet, tangy kind of punch to it. And while we're on the subject of food, I started doing something with this that I never do. And I did this. What's the dominant fruit flavor? The strawberry is mostly dominant, but only at the beginning. You essentially, when you drink it, like I was talking about, it has a nice lemony finish. You have it transitions in your mouth, and it goes through the flavor of, like, I think the creaminess of the Thai chai really makes it smoother, and you can relish the transition a little bit more because both of them are carried by that cream, that vanilla, that coconutty flavor. But yeah, so you have a nice experience when you drink it. But like I was saying, I wanted to make a point because I have done something with this tea that I've never done before, and it worked out really, really well. It all started with, again, me bothering Bernice. Juliet, welcome. It all started with me bothering Bernice. I went to, I was talking to her. I was like, you know what this needs? She was like, what? I was like, it needs an interesting kind of sweetener. She's like, why? You drink this unsweetened. You say it doesn't need any sweetener. I said, no, 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 no. I'm getting an idea. She goes, what? So I get up. Oh no, you didn't miss the tasting. You missed the first sip, but it's still going because I have a nice thing over here. I'm still on my first cup. So I said, I'll be right back. And she goes, uh-oh. Because she knows when I get into my mad scientist mode, I just get up and run. So I went to the vending machine, and I brought back something. And Julia, this is what I was talking about before. This is the tea that I had done this with. I bought a bag of Sour Patch Kids, and I steeped Sour Patch Kids in this. And oh my god, it was so incredible. Because not only do you have the strawberry, you have the lemon, you have the coconut, you have the vanilla, but now you put in the candy that this was meant to be. And it just brought out so much flavor. It made the tartness of the strawberry tart. It made the sourness of the lemon sour. The sugar on it enhanced the cream and the vanilla and the coconut, and this just culminated into a brand new experience. And like, all I did was pop maybe 3 or 4 Sour Patch Kids in there, and I brewed it nice and long. Oh my god, that it made it into so much of a different experience. And like, this is what I talk about when I talk about experimenting. Sometimes you get the inspiration that actually that's not a new idea. People have been doing this. It's new for you, and that's great. Go for it. I fully advise whatever you want, go for it, because this is it's a great thing to do. You take this tea and you do what you want. Because it's so versatile, it can manage. Did the Sour Patch Kid things melt in the... I love how you call them Sour Patch Kid things. They're just Sour Patch Kids. Did it melt in the tea? Yeah, it did. Not completely. There was still like gummy chunks, but the sugar was gone. The sugar that it starts with, yeah, it goes right out the door because sugar dissolves in tea. But you had like a nice, like, let's say the Sour Patch Kids started this big, but then they got maybe a quarter smaller. And it just, yes, absolutely, it was unexpected. Well, I wouldn't say completely unexpected because I was trying to enhance the flavor. But it became stronger than I thought it would be. And yeah, like, absolutely. I think next time I do it, I'll steep the Sour Patch Kids in the water first, and then take it out. Or I can, instead of steeping, because okay, I'm getting ideas now. Because last time I stuck the Sour Patch Kids into the basket of the infuser and steeped it that way. But why not just put the Sour Patch Kids into the actual cup and drink this hot tea like a bubble tea? You know how you have like the gumminess of the tapioca? I'm getting a little bit like like, you guys, this is the look that I got when I started experimenting. I was like, this is what I love about tea. Like, you can do so much with it. And then when you're drinking it, you get like little tastes of the Sour Patch Kids, and you can eat them whole. Why not? I think I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm just like, I'm in mad scientist mode right now. Oh man, but this was so good. Okay, so I want to take a little bit of time to talk about the tea festival. It was a blast. I know I promised to stream. The only thing is that the day was so packed with things to do that I just had no time. I was thanks. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. Um, but the festival was so much more involved than I expected. I thought it was just going to be like, you have a bunch of places set up, and you walk through, you just like look around, and you go with it. Yes, the tea that would be a great setup for next year. Set up a table with a whole bunch of teas and different ingredients, and say, hey, this is make your own tastings. I think that would be an actual a nice little change. Cause okay, so let me talk about the festival itself and what it actually was. You had about I think like 25, 27. What is this? Sell this tea to an Englishman? Yeah, if you know an Englishman. No, but here's what we do. What it was basically you go in and you go from booth to booth to booth, tasting what they had. You had the opportunity to vote for your favorites, um, and basically it was a long line going through. So that made it harder to stream because you kind of had to be more involved and talk. Um, we were talking to vendors. We were talking. I mean, Juliet was part of the Tilula stand. I don't know, not the stand. The booth, Tilula booth. You guys, if you saw the photos of me inside the teacup, that's Tilula. It's great experience. I had such a fun time. But yeah, that was incredible. So we went from booth to booth to booth, and you don't really have the option to not sample, um, without because then you're definitely losing out. It's not like Comic Con where you can walk past a bunch of vendors and it's like you just say, okay, so these guys have comics, these guys have movies, these have a. No, this was a very hands-on experience, and it was more hands-on than I expected. And then to top that off, you had classes. So I took 3 classes. One of the last one was also Tilula, where they sampled chocolates with teas, and that one was what it wasn't. It was supposed to last an hour and a half, but it was cut off a little bit shorter just because it was the very very last one of the day, and they wanted to give people the opportunity to go back onto the floor and finish up sampling and stuff like that. So instead of it was supposed to end at 4 o'clock, we ended like at 3:45. But it was what was this? Where and how can we get our hands on the tea? I will talk about that. I'll talk about that at the end of it. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so we got out about 15 minutes early, but I think that's even later than what you wanted to let out because people were insistent on staying and they were engaged and they were talking about the teas and the flavors and the chocolates and like how everything got together. I mean, that was one of the first of all, overall, that was the best class that we had the pleasure of taking. But further on top of that, the engagement was incredible. Everybody was talking, everybody was laughing, and they were giving their opinions, and it was incredible. Like I had a blast in that class. So yeah, I'm definitely going back next year. I'm definitely taking more classes. I think though next year, I'm gonna have to go in 2 separate days. One specifically for like the tasting and spending the entire day experiencing and taking the time to stream live so that you guys can see what it's like. And then taking a second day just for the classes and just for the educational experience for my own benefit because the taste. Although I'm tasting these teas. I'm tasting them for you. I'm using you guys as an excuse to go out there, drink a bunch of tea, and get tea drunk. You guys are enabling me. But I also love the education portion and the learning about the culture and learning about where this tea comes from hands on by the people who go out there and experiencing it firsthand. So now I know what to expect. I'm going to go next year, and I also want to talk about real. Well, hold on. Oh, excuse me. I had to drink that real quick. Um, but like when you go in there and you register, this is how serious it is. They give you your own teacups, sponsored by Teegeschwender, which is another, you guys know, another vendor that that's close to my heart. I enjoy going there and hanging out with the staff, and um, that was a great experience. To go there, he's like, "Oh, this is from Teegeschwender. I know them," and it was very edifying to go there and feel such a personal connection that I would love to get some of you guys together and go as a group, as the Communi-Tea. We'll go there, we'll represent. So this is what I want to work towards next year. We'll see if we can do it. If not, I'm definitely going. But I want a bigger entourage with me next year. Mm. Oh man, I got so involved in talking, I'm not drinking this fast enough. Which I'm not complaining, because when I drink it, I want to savor this tea. Like, I want to sit there and just enjoy it. Right now, just the way that this room smells, I love it. But let me pour out a little bit. I don't think I have enough. I don't think I drank enough to like empty out the pot. Yeah, there's still quite a bit in here. But yeah, to answer your question, Sneha, I'll post a link after the stream. This is coming from Adagio, and since this is one of my blends, it's also connected to a charity. Let me see if I can find which one, because right now it's just, yes, absolutely. Like, I want the community to grow into something that I didn't even see coming. I had brought my business cards there, and I left the entire 100 with like different vendors. So it's going out, and thanks, Juliet, again for sending. I think I left 20 with you, and then at the end of it, they were all gone. So I was like, yeah, take 20 more, bring them to the shop, get people interested, because this is the kind of thing, like, this brings engagement. This brings people together, and it gets them more interested. And I would love to get people from everybody's. Was it? I have to run. I have to spend some family time. We'll check back later. Have a great weekend. You two have an incredible weekend, and I will catch up within the next couple of weeks. These next 2 weeks are going to be a little bit busy. Some things have come up. I had mentioned it before, but before you had gotten here. So stuff is happening. I'm not going to get too much into it. But yeah, I'll get back to you really soon about appearing on your guys' stream during the week. All right, so have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. But I wanted to talk also about the charity that this is going along with. Oh, absolutely, and I appreciate that more than words can say. I honestly do. The charity that this goes with is also a charity that is really close to my heart. 5% of these blends go to 5% of the proceeds go to Gilda's Club, and I'm actually going there tomorrow. Gilda's Club is a cancer support organization. They help not just cancer patients, but people who have been personally affected by cancer. Oh yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your understanding. Um, I they're very close to me. When they offer cancer support for people who have had family that has been diagnosed, lost family that's been diagnosed with cancer. They offer so many different activities. They do yoga, they do art classes, they do group sessions for like therapy. They have counseling. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. They even in the basement, they have a play area for kids. And tomorrow, I'm going there for their new members breakfast. I try to go there every month, and what they do is they welcome new members by offering breakfast. They sit everybody around, and they talk about what Gilda's Club has to offer. Everybody shares how they were affected by cancer, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience every month. And it's such a beautiful thing to do. So I love going down there every month and just cooking breakfast. Sorry, my nose is like, it's doing that thing again. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, so they're incredible people, and I love going there, and I'm always excited to go. I'll be doing it tomorrow, so yeah. But yeah, so 5% of the proceeds to this one goes to Gilda's Club. So that's my shout out to Gilda's Club as it is. And I better hurry up because I still have some more tea to go through. I had to chug that. But okay, so all that being said and done, I'm going to open up the floor. Questions, comments, anything you want to say. Today is this is the time to do it. In the meantime, I do have a couple of announcements. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was from the heart. Okay, so a couple of announcements. If you guys have seen the... I can't do it. I can't talk. Hold on. Okay. That should do a little something, something. Anyway. I am looking to reformat the Communi-Tea a little bit. As you saw last Tuesday, I started to do some tea facts. That kind of post, I want people to either start posting their own tea facts or start discussing the tea facts, the tea facts, why they find it interesting. I want to improve engagement. I want you guys to take over, and start giving me ideas, and I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear what you want to contribute, what you want me to contribute to it as well. I want you guys to not just read and move on, but I want you to feel engaged. Because this is not just my group. I've never felt like this should be only owned by me. I want you guys to get involved. I want you guys to comment and to speak about what you guys like, what you find interesting about tea. even if it's just like, I'm drinking green tea this morning, great. I want to hear what your experience is. I want to hear if you like it, you hate it, what you want to get out of it. By all means, you know. But let's make the community about you guys. This is the message that I want you guys to get above everything else, because this is not just about Mike. It's never been about Mike. I want to pull you guys into the world of tea and just experience it for yourself. And you know, I mean, this is why I want to raise engagement. That being said, yeah, I want to implore you to take over. So yeah, go ahead, tell your friends, tell your family, tell people that are interested in tea that this is their community. What else? What else? I'm going to revamp. I was also talking about this. I want to revamp my route on the tea crawls. That's kind of why I haven't had one in a while, because I have had a challenge to face. The route being what it is, starting at the Coffee and Tea Exchange. Ralph, welcome. Starting at the Coffee and Tea Exchange, and then having to move from where that is into the loop, it kind of throws a monkey wrench into the way that everything goes, because from there, it's not within walking distance of anything. So we would have to take a train or a bus, and it just throws this giant monkey wrench in there, and it's not good. So I want to see the two tea spots there was I'm good. I'm hanging in there, and I hope you are too. The route that was in there, it was always Coffee Tea Exchange, and then Tigerschwendner, and then taking a bus or a train to the loop, and that kind of kicks it. You know, it makes the experience kind of daunting. You know, like, who wants to take a bus or a train in the middle of a crawl? So, what I want to start doing is moving the Tigerschwendner from Diversey to the Tigerschwendner in State Street. Now, that is within walking distance of Adagio, which is another stop. So from there, we can move things a little bit forward. I still want to find another stop or two on the way. So I'm going to enlist some help, see what I can do. But I'm going to revamp the community a little bit and some of the activities. And hopefully, I mean, I want you guys to get more engaged. I'm working with some vendors to set up events. And in the year 2020, I'm going to get more involved in the community part of the community, if that makes sense. So that's something to look forward to. It's in the works. It's in the works. But I need you guys to, to be looking forward to it. You know, like, we're going to have events. We're going to have community events. We're going to have community get-togethers. We're going to have, this is something that we're going to really start pushing, you know? And I understand it's hard to get involved with people that you don't know and meet up and start doing these things. But here's the thing. a lot of these events are going to be free. And a lot of these events are group events, so you can bring a friend, you can bring a cousin, an uncle, a mother, father, sister, brother, and get everybody involved. Like, this is what it's about. Get excited. So, yeah, that's that's what I'm looking forward to. All right, let me see if I can top this off. No, still too much. I am trying to. There we go. I think that's the end of it. It was so hard for me to get this to fill this up. It's because this teacup is kind of smallish. Usually when I had my T-Rex cup, it was big and I could fill it up twice and have that done. But this is kind of small, so I kind of sort of lose out. But that is gonna be fine. Okay, so questions, comments, anything you want to talk, keep me going. Anything you want to talk about. Teresa, I know your question. And I talked a little bit about it already, what I would pair this with. This is a very versatile tea, so you can do it with anything. I would say this makes a really good lunch tea. If you're already up and you're already... Nicole, welcome! If you're already up and you're already... excuse me. If you're already, like, awake and alert and you just need, like, a break during the day, this is... Oh, excuse me, that's... My body's attacking me. I think you should wear a top hat during a tasting. Well, we'll see. I mean, I should get a top hat at some point because they're very dapper. Or I should get a what is it called? A fedora. I'm gonna totally go the milady. Oh my god! Then everybody's gonna just tune out. They're like fedora guy. Ugh. But yeah, so I would go with this predominantly as a lunchtime tea. If you're gonna pair it with anything, like I said, it's very versatile. You can do it with anything, but me personally, because I have been drinking it during the day, and it has been like a lunchtime tea to it, a lunchtime theme to it. Yeah, I think that would be my best guess. I would totally go that route. Light, I would prefer a light flavor with it. So maybe like a sandwicher or like a rice bowl. This is gonna go very well with a rice bowl. Part of this, the Thai chai part, goes excellent with Thai food. That's part of what the term is terre noire, which means from the region. So you're going to eat what they have to offer because this is what traditionally goes together. You take the natives, the people who have been living there all their lives, and they cook the food. They know what to drink with it. So you get a Cuban Sammy would actually go with this very well. Hey, Mona Lisa, welcome. So yeah, this would be incredible to experiment with. But in my personal opinion, lunchtime would be optimal for it. Dessert especially. I mean, you get a nice creamy dessert. Ice cream would go great with this. Chocolate would go good because I mean you have some chocolate with strawberry, chocolate with lemon, chocolate with coconut, chocolate with vanilla. This has so much potential to go with chocolate that hands down it's gonna be a good experience. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the what I learned from the chocolate pairing class and associate with this. I would personally do it with a milk chocolate or a white chocolate. I would tend to go towards the sweeter chocolates with this because it'll bring out the fruit better. However, If you decide to go with the dark chocolate route, there is a very interesting effect that you'd get with the fruits in this, because if you're eating it with a dark chocolate, it's more bitter. It's more what's the word I'm looking for? It's bitter. It's gritty. Ooh, my water is done. So you get that. You get a completely different experience with dark chocolate than light chocolate, white chocolate, and milk chocolate. The dark chocolate gives the strawberry more of a richness. You know, you get that that dark, decadent flavor. More, it's more of a savory experience, and it'll pull out the strawberry better. But with the milk chocolate, it's going to enhance everything. So you're gonna have a great experience either way. But I would just personally recommend milk chocolate because that's my personal preference. But because everything in here goes well with chocolate, you can't go wrong either way. As a matter of fact, I do have a little bit of chocolate in the fridge. I'm gonna test that theory right now. Hold on. It was boring. You guys need to still hear me so that you don't get too. This is completely unplanned, by the way. This is a chocolate that was. There we go. That came from the. The tea festival. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to milk or dark. This is actually a milk. It's a special chocolate. I don't know how they made it, but it tastes kind of like cheesecake, and it's got cocoa powder on top. This is a milk chocolate. You can tell by the color too. It's from a place called Royce. They are based out of Chicago. They do have tea-based chocolates as well, but these are incredible. Like they're like they walk the fine line between cheesecake and ice cream. Like it's incredible. So, that being said, what I'm going to do, because I'm only going to do this once, I'm going to bite it first, and then I'll take a sip of the. Well, This is what we did. We bite it. We savor the taste of the chocolate first, and then we drink. Then the second time around, well, no, we bite it, savor, swallow, then drink and swallow. Second time around, you bite it, and then you keep it in your mouth while you drink. So there's two different types of ways that you can taste it, but I'm going to show you guys right now. So silky smooth. So soft. It melts in your mouth. Better than Hershey's. It just completely melted. So good. So right now, just as I said before, I'm getting strawberry. I'm getting the enhancement of the lemon, but you're also getting the milkiness, the creaminess of the Thai chai is just outstanding, and it's working very well with the chocolate itself. And this is like the aftertaste. It's slow burning, just like the tea, where I still taste like the chocolate on this side of the mouth, but the overall taste of the tea is just on point. Now I'm going to eat the rest, but not. Well, I'm gonna taste the rest and not swallow until I get the tea in there. So, Oh my god, it's so good. like the tea helped to melt the chocolate. Oh my god, it tastes like cake. Like, not exactly like a Black Forest cake, but enough to like really. Yeah, you see, like my whole face is like, oh, I'm gonna need a moment. But this is very it's very cakey. It's very Val, welcome. It's very soft, very smooth. The chocolate really enhanced the fruit flavors in this all at once. Like it's predominantly strawberry at the beginning, kind of like a lava cake, but lava cakes are more chocolatey, less on the strawberry, on the berry. But it does have that lava cake texture because it melts as it goes along and it just coats the entire tongue. That's just really, really good. I still have some on my lips. Did I get it? Yeah, there we go. So, overall, this is a slow burning flavor that you get the chocolate melts, but it stays. The tea does the same thing. It stays, and like it just tends to mix together, and it improves. It actually improves the mouthfeel because the creaminess, and then you have like the soft, excuse me, the soft film of the tea. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, okay. That was good. All right. So I'm going to open up the floor once again. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now's the time because I'm running. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 sips left. So yeah, go ahead and ask me anything. Oh my god, that was so good. Oh, thank you, thank you. This one I feel really excited about. Um, this is one of my favorite creations, and I have to tell you, like, after going to the tea festival, that really woke me up again. You know, it revived my spirit, and it really inspired me. So, and that's what I want to share with you guys, you know? Uh, I wish I could. I honestly do. Because it's like, this is one of those flavors that I want to share with everybody. And I highly recommend that I mean, I will be posting the link at the end of it. But yeah, absolutely. Taste it for yourselves and really, really enjoy it because this is one that I'm really proud of as a whole. Like, I have no complaints about it whatsoever. And you know, like, I usually tend to drink tea slowly to say what it talks about as it cools. This one maintains an excellent flavor throughout. As you drink it, hot, it's good. Warm, room temperature, it's good. And iced. I've had it iced. Oh, I tap out with it when it's iced because it's so good. It knocks me out, you know? So, yeah, absolutely give it a shot because this is a great, great tea. I believe with all my heart that Bernice would really appreciate it if I said this tastes incredible. See what I said? What I did there? Yeah, it's been a while since I was able to work in a tea pun like that. So now I can see the entire audience just going, rolling their eyes. But hey, that was an incredible joke. Okay, so I'm down to look at that anger, and I know who did it, Sneha. I know it's you, but anyway, I have one last sip to go, so send it. Now's your last chance. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now's the time, or forever hold your peace. Oh, okay. Woo, that was good. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a wonderful experience, and I hope to have so many more streams like this in the future. So go ahead and tune in later. Tell your friends, share this video, like it, and let's really keep this going. I am enthusiastic. I am awake. Let's go. Let's do this. Until then, I think this might be my 99th stream. 100 is coming up, so I will have a special thing. I do have something special planned. So until then, have a great night, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.